Good morning, David Kern here with the AM Debrief for this Thursday, the 15th of December. And big move overnight was the sell-off seen in gold, down 5.24%, down to $1,576. So this is seen as a pretty, by a few commentators, as a fairly major technical breach of various support levels. In fact, just to deviate from the normal routine here this morning, I'm just going to go straight to a chart here, and a couple of the commentators are talking about this break through the 200-day moving average, which is this purple line we can see down here. And yeah, we can see that well and truly that has broken through that level, which yeah, almost indicates we're now in a bear market for gold. So it seems that with the panic in markets generally, people are dumping gold and just wanting to be in the cash. Cash is king, as is probably both the retail investors and more importantly, in terms of weight of money, the funds. And yeah, some of those positions held by the exchange, the ETFs, are really quite significant. And once the decision is made there to start selling out of those, there's suddenly a real rush of money back to cash. So yeah, big move there. Equally big move in crude, down 5.18%, down to 94.95. Now I think just on Tuesday, if memory serves me correctly, I was talking about there not being a lot of motivation for crude to punch above that $100 level, and if anything, it should start to come off. I wasn't expecting it to come off quite this quickly and this significantly though, because that would have been a really nice short to be on that. Okay, anyway, moving on. You can see Europe there, FTSE down 2.25%, so quite a big move there in Europe as the European situation just continues to get worse. Also, on a little bit of a side note, Norway cut its interest rates, so really the impact is spreading to the periphery of the Eurozone, and in terms of policy there, certainly recognising that they're in trouble, and the recession is really very realistic, you would think, at this stage. Okay, anyway, moving on. Just looking at some of these other European forces, Euro Stocks 50 down 2.44%, and the DAX down 1.72%, so not too bad a move there for the DAX. Let's have a look at the futures and where they're heading for our local markets. Okay, so we're looking at another 30 points coming off here, so back down towards that lower 4,000, on the low end of the 4,000 range, which previously has proven to be quite good levels to be buying at, but I think it's a little bit too soon to be contemplating that. Hang Seng down 181 and Nikkei down 50. Let's just take a quick look now at that local index. Okay, so we've got a bit of a symmetrical triangle formation sort of shaping up here. We're about halfway between the two extremes of that range there, so you could really almost toss a coin to know which way that's going to go, but right now it seems pretty clearly it's headed south. Okay, let's take a look at some of the other commodities. Crude we've covered pretty well. The rest of the soft commodity space is all red, with cocoa again, another big move down. We had quite a big one down on Tuesday, down 3.39. Orange juice really being the only riser here, with wool steady. Just looking for some other big moves here. Oats down 2.34. Wheat 3.12, and anything else there that stands out? Not really, so pretty much a broad-based sell-off across the space there. Copper down 5.01, so sort of mimicking, following on from gold's move there. And then silver, as always, moving in greater percentage terms than gold, down 7.61% to 28.88, so a really big move there. Currencies, we're seeing again a fairly significant technical level here on the euro, down below 130, which I don't think we've seen since January of last year, so any of that upside there has now been discounted out of the value there. The pound also getting a little bit of a sell-off here, 1.5469, and the yen 78.0388. The Aussie is buying 99.08, and the Canadian is buying US dollar is buying 103.93 Canadian, and the Swiss franc 0.9530. Okay, let's take a look at our economic calendar now. Well, just check to make sure that's on the right day. Okay, so Thursday it is. Really only got that two bits of tiered data. Hold on 1 second there. Okay, sorry about that, folks. A little bit of an interruption there. Okay, so we were talking about the Tier 1 data here. The Tankan large manufacturers outlook for Japan, fourth quarter, expecting a negative number there, -3 in fact. Previous was 4. And then we've got some national rates decision out of Switzerland. Doesn't look like there's too much, there's only really one way that can go, so I'd expect that would probably stay flat. We've also got the European Central Bank report out around 8 o'clock tonight, and inflation numbers out of the UK, and so there is actually quite a lot of data here. I just didn't see it extend sort of further than this one page. CPI numbers out of Europe. So there's actually quite a lot to look out for there. Spoke a little bit too soon when I was looking at the day here. Going into tomorrow, we've got a European Draghi King Bini Samgi Bisco. Please don't ask me what that's all about. I'll have to look that up and do some research on that myself. Hold on again, please. Okay, second and hopefully last interruption there. Sorry about that. Okay, so economic calendar here. Quite a lot to look out for. I'm going to move on here. I think I've trolled on that a little bit too long, and just have a last look here at the Falcon Trader and a couple of things that I sort of like to watch. Okay, so a couple of these gold stocks. Really getting absolutely annihilated here, and at some point I'm sure that they will represent good value, but whilst we're seeing this panic in the markets and a gold sell-off, they are only going to keep heading down. If you're brave, you'd consider actually shorting some of them. I'm just going to go and have a look at a couple of others here. Medusa also has exposure to copper, and we've also seen the copper there get, as we know, get sold off around 5%. So that's absolutely getting annihilated there. And Silver Lake's been a popular one to be on lately. Again, getting a big move here, although just looking here, it has put in a bit of a recovery yesterday. Quite a strong bounce back actually. So it got down below $3 and traded back up to $3.30. Really quite a good bit of a bounce there. That's a nice 10% move to pick up there if you were on that quickly enough. St. Barbara, given up this up near 260, back down at 210 here. right on this 200-day moving average, right there. So that could be an interesting one to watch there as well. And finally, take a look here at Newcrest, 31.83 rather. No real signs of much in the way of support out there to provide any guidance, so that's another one perhaps to watch. And I think that that about wraps it up. So fasten your seatbelts, hold on to your hats, and hang on in there, and we'll keep watching this market, and hopefully we'll get something that we can look at again very soon. Okay, thanks as always for your interest. Until next time, bye for now.